After the idea was born and I had my co-pilot, the next question was what car we would be getting. And it was very clear that it would be a car in Novosibirsk. So we looked for a car that was in the years of the up to 86, and we found a great 1984 LADA Niva 1600 in a beige color. And the car was in a super condition. It was driven by a person that went out to the dacha, so it had 80,000 kilometers roughly, and it was really in a great condition. So that was actually the car that we then took as the base to build our car, the LADA Niva T1. And the reason why we build it in Novosibirsk, Siberia, is that my relatives that are living there, they are all in the automotive industry, and the car is a Russian car, and I consider myself 50% Russian, having a Russian wife, and therefore it was very clear that the car would be built in Russia, in Novosibirsk, where we had the idea with the help of the family and relatives of my wife. And so we started to build the car there. It was fully dismantled. It was then sandblasted. We then reinforced the chassis with all the components where we thought that there needed to be reinforcement. We added a roll cage. We then also added a 110-liter fuel tank into the car and made a custom dashboard that is reflecting the heritage also from the cars and the LADA Nivas that were driving in the early Dakar days, where they had also these custom dashboards inside the car. So those were the main modifications that we did on the chassis. We then took the engine and overhauled the engine. So it's still the original engine that drove the 80,000 kilometers from the original car. And we just overhauled it and rebuilt it, and now it's running smoothly and perfectly. And we also then changed the components of the suspension. We are now having some different shocks on the car. We have the drive shafts that we replaced, just replacing the old parts with new parts. But basically the car is still the way it is in its original condition and with the original parts. So we really tried to keep it that way, so that we really, when we drive the Dakar, we are experiencing the same as the private teams that were the ones that were first driving with a LADA Niva in the Dakar in the 1979. So we really want to re-experience that with having a car that's as close to as possible to the standard, and we will see how it goes.